Coco Gauff responde polêmica sobre penalizações após saídas de Sabalenka e Swiatek as the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships unfold. The tennis world is abuzz with controversy following the high-profile withdrawals of Aryna Sabalenka and Iga Swiatek. The fallout has ignited fierce discussions about potential penalties for players who withdraw from tournaments, and now Coco Gauff has stepped into the fray, defending her fellow athletes against calls. As the Dubai Duty-Free Tennis Championships unfold, the tennis world is abuzz with controversy following the high-profile withdrawals of Aryna Sabalenka and Iga Swiatek. The fallout has ignited fierce discussions about potential penalties for players who withdraw from tournaments, and now Coco Gauff has stepped into the fray, defending her fellow athletes against calls for stricter measures. In a press conference on Sunday, Gauff addressed the pressing issue of player burnout, cautioning that the current schedule could have lasting effects on athletes' careers. You look at burnout throughout the year. Although maybe it might not affect you now, it will affect you later, she stated, shedding light on the mental and physical toll that rigorous schedules can impose. The American tennis star also opened up about her personal experiences with the demanding Middle Eastern swing, revealing, "I feel like for me, this part of the season I have always struggled, I think, just because of the transition and things like that." Her candid remarks highlight the challenges players face when navigating a packed calendar. When the topic turned to the controversial proposal of docking ranking points for withdrawals, Gauff did not hold back. "Do I think players should be docked points? Not really. We already have the mandatory. We get zeros on our ranking for everything. For this point in the schedule, I think it's hard to play all the tournaments now that they're 2 weeks. I think the ask of players are becoming more and more and more," she firmly declared, advocating for a more compassionate approach toward players' health and commitments. While Gauff acknowledged the frustrations of tournament organizers, she emphasized the need for flexibility in the WTA calendar, akin to the ATP's optional events. "I don't think it's fair for players to get docked points. I think, if anything, we should have an optional 1,000 like the men do with Monte Carlo. I think that's a little bit harsh in my opinion," she argued, suggesting a path forward that balances competitive integrity with player welfare. The controversy was sparked by remarks from Dubai tournament director Salatalik, who criticized the last-minute withdrawals of Swiatek and Sabalenka, suggesting that harsher penalties should be implemented. Iga said she wasn't mentally ready to compete, while Sabalenka said she has some minor injuries. "So I don't know. I think there should be a harsher punishment on the players for withdrawing, not just fines, they should be docked ranking points," he stated, igniting a firestorm of debate. The scheduling changes this year have compounded the issue, with the Middle East swing starting earlier than usual, creating a tight turnaround for players. Competing in Abu Dhabi, Doha, and Dubai in close succession has proven physically demanding, with limited recovery. Timia's Gauff prepares to launch her campaign in Dubai, set to face the winner of Yelena Ostapenko and Anna Kalinskaya in the round of 32. The discourse surrounding player health continues to gain momentum. Fellow player Victoria Mboko also weighed in, noting the physical demands of the calendar. "I think training plays a big part, the way you train, putting a lot of emphasis on fitness. It is a lot of matches, and the tournaments are really close to each other, so it's hard to try to manage that," she explained. The young Canadian further emphasized the importance of smart scheduling, recovery, and off-court habits in sustaining success over a long season. "I mean, we're always focused on it, but I think it's important to also prioritize everything else off-court that's not related to tennis," she added, underscoring the holistic approach required for athlete longevity. As the debate regarding ranking point penalties rages on, the concerns voiced by Gauff, Mboko, and others illustrate a growing awareness among players regarding the intense demands of the modern tennis schedule. With many athletes, including Swiatek and Sabalenka, openly discussing the physical strain of the tour, this issue transcends individual tournaments, shining a bright light on the need for systemic change in the sport. As the tennis community grapples with these challenges, the future of player health and well-being remains a critical topic that demands immediate attention and action. Coco Gauff responde a polêmica sobre penalizações após saídas de Sabalenka e Swiatek no silêncio tenso que se instala depois de duas gigantes caram, o barulho neo vem apenas das bancadas, vem das opiniões. Quando Aryna Sabalenka e Iga Swiatek dixeram o torneo mais cedo do que o esperado, o foco de estar apenas no resultado. As penalizações aplicadas durante os jogos tornaram-se combustível para debates inflamados. Justica ou rigor excessivo? Criterio ou preceio do momento? Foi enteo que Coco Gauff, com a serenidade de quem já aprendeu a crescer sob os holofotes, decidiu falar de o peso das decisões no tênis profissional, cada ponto é uma fraqueo de segundo transformada em eternidade. Aviso por tempo excedido no cervico. Uma advertência por coaching involuntário. Ponto reiterado por comportamento antidesportivo. Pequenos gestos podem alterar o caso de set e, por consequência, de torneo inteiro. Após as eliminações de Sabalenka e Swiatek, surgiram críticas de que as penalizações teriam sido determinantes. Comentadores dividiram-se. Adeptos discutiram nas redes sociais. Alguns alegaram inconsistência na arbitragem. Outros defenderam a aplicação estrita das regras. Gauff não ignora o ruído. Mas também não o amplificou da resposta com maturidade em conferência de imprensa. Gauff fala com clareza e equilíbrio. Reconheceu que as emoções number grande palco são intensas, que a frustração faz parte do jogo e que nenhuma atleta gosta de sentir que momento administrativo interfere na batalha desportiva. Mas foi ele. As regras existem para todos. Nem sempre concordamos com a decisão no calor do momento, mas precisamos confiar no sistema. Neo houve ataque, neo houve acusação. Houve perspectiva. Gauff destacou que o tênis vive período de transição tecnológica, cronômetros visíveis, revisões eletrônicas, mais rigor no tempo entre pontos, e que a adaptação nem sempre é confortável. Para ela, o foco deve estar na preparação mental para lidar com esses detalhes, e não apenas na técnica de derrida ou na potência do cervico. Liderança silenciosa com apenas 20 palcos anos, Gauff carrega uma maturidade que surpreende. Desde a sua explosão adolescente em Wimbledon, quando derrotou uma veterana do circuito mundial ainda com 15 anos, habitua-se a viver sob análise constante. Ela própria já enfrenta penalizações em momentos cruciais. Já contesta decisões. Já sentiu o impacto de aviso transformar a dinâmica de set. Talvez por isso tenha escolhido o caminho de empate em vez de confrontação. Gauff afirmou compreender a frustração de Sabalenka e Swiatek. Ambas são competidoras ferozes, líderes do ranking, habituadas a lutar ao último ponto. Mas também reforço que a consistência na aplicação das regras é essencial para proteger a integridade do deporto. Não se trata de defender,